guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my cousin Vicky. Say hi.
Vicky Oleg. Hi guys.
And we are currently in Namibia. That's where I'm from. So if you still don't know, I'm from the beautiful country called Namibia. So today's topic is going to be a little bit different. I know you guys are waiting for scholarships and jobs, and of course I'm definitely going to post that. But for today, I'm just going to answer a very common question, and I think it's become even more common now that I'm back to Namibia, because obviously people here do actually consume alcohol, especially the youngsters, right? So guys, the question we always get is, why don't you drink alcohol? As like every time we go out, people look at us like we're weird, like you're still young, you should be enjoying your life. But personally, I don't know. So that's the question we're going to address. And the reason I actually chose to do this video with Vicky is because obviously she used to consume alcohol every now and then, but then she stopped. So did I. So let's start with Vicky, then me.
Okay guys, my reason is so simple. The reason why I don't take alcohol is because, okay, I used to take alcohol though, but then I spent a lot of money in alcohol, which is not needed.
She ran away, you guys. Okay guys, so on a more serious note, I will be addressing the question because I get this question a lot. And I think there is this narrative that if you are, I'm sorry to say, if you're black, you definitely drink alcohol, and if you're young, you definitely drink alcohol. And to be fair, I can honestly say that ever since, obviously, when I was in high school, I never tried alcohol. After high school and when I went to varsity, I wasn't really drinking per se. I was drinking occasionally, or if I was out with friends and stuff like that, which wasn't all the time because I was studying at a really difficult university when I first went to university, because I was at multimedia first, and it was really tough. So I didn't even have time for drinking. And then going into my 23rd birthday, 24th, 25th, I wasn't drinking alcohol. I remember obviously having probably drunk a few times, but I wasn't a person that drinks alcohol like that. And then I went over 25, and I think between 24 to 26, I was not drinking alcohol. Now guys, the funny thing about growth is, no matter what growth it is, no matter how small it is, no matter how small that step is, growth is going to have people questioning you. Growth is going to have people being uncomfortable around you. It will even make you feel uncomfortable. And in terms of drinking alcohol, you might actually find that there was probably a friend or your girlfriends that you have shared a drink with before, and they'll now be like, oh, you don't drink anymore, what's the problem? You used to. And I'm like, guys, you don't owe anybody stagnation. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to be different at any point in time. You can literally be a different person than you were 2 years ago, or last year, or last week. You can even be someone different than 2 hours ago, or even 5 minutes ago. You do not have to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. People change every day, every second, every minute. Change is constant. And that's just what happened. People change. And as much as it is difficult for people to accept that you can change and you can grow, that is their problem. It has nothing to do with you. You can meet someone that used to, love lazing around yesterday, and you meet them 2 hours later and they can be hardworking. You can meet someone who doesn't even want to study, and 2 months later this person is in university, and you're like, oh, I thought you didn't want to study. They don't owe you an explanation, because change is constant. Okay, guys, so let's start with the main reason, then we'll go to the other reasons. So my main reason for not drinking alcohol, to be honest, is because I always felt like if at some point in time I'm going to be a mother, I don't want to be that mother that drinks alcohol. I don't even presently want to be that sister that drinks alcohol. I don't want to be that sibling. That's not the kind of example I'm trying to give to my siblings. And I am glad it's one of the things that my younger sister actually admires about me. Not seeing me in a drunkard state, not seeing me drinking alcohol. She really loves that about me. And I figured that that's the kind of example I want to set, not only for my siblings but also for my children, if I were ever to be blessed with children. Because I just feel like, especially, for a lot of us that grew up in, knowing friends or even knowing relatives that drank alcohol, and we've seen the impact that alcohol has had on them. Some of us grow up and we're like, this is not what I want for myself. This is not what I want to see in my family. This is not the kind of generation I want to build. And this is not the kind of legacy I want to build on. So for me, I feel like I have a responsibility as a part of my family and as a part of this world to not drink alcohol and not to continue that curse, not to continue that toxicness, into the future. And I don't want my kids to see me like that. And I hate that. I hate that idea that people have of black people, especially, that every black person drinks alcohol. I don't want to be known like that. And I don't want black people to be known for just being alcoholics. And that's why I chose that for my lineage and for my family. I'm not going to be that mother. And I'm not going to be that sibling. And I'm not going to be that friend that drinks alcohol. It's just not me. So technically, the number one reason is because I started growing up and I just started realizing that there's really no benefit in drinking alcohol. I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but to me, I felt like there was no benefit. And then the second reason is because I changed my lifestyle entirely. I actually started dedicating my life more to going to the gym, working out, swimming, doing cardio. And I used to do a lot of yoga, and I used to go for a lot of yoga retreats. And I just started really embracing the healthy lifestyle. And that was actually also the time where I think a lot of people noticed like I lost so much weight, and it's because like I was working out a lot. And to be honest, I was in really good physical shape. I could be better, or I could have been better, but at the time I was in a good shape, and I actually lost weight that I wanted to lose. And yeah, I was just fit, I felt great, and I was eating healthy and all that. Okay, the number three reason, or the third reason, is because I personally realized that it was a waste of money. It was a waste of money, and it was a waste of time. Like, if I recount the times where I was like out drinking and stuff, I just feel like I could have been more productive if I was not out drinking. And then obviously financially, I feel like I was able to like save so much, and I was able to like prioritize other things instead of taking that money and putting it into drinking, which doesn't even bring anything valuable to my life. So yeah, that really helped me a lot, because I just felt like, okay, now I'm saving more money, and now I'm able to do more things, and I'm able to actually put my money into more useful things, right? All right, so the other thing that did actually make me stop drinking alcohol, like, not that I ever used to drink, but like entirely stopped, is because I've seen the things that alcohol has done to people, the dangers it has put women into. Now, let's not even debate that alcohol has a way of changing your mind and your emotions and your well-being as a person entirely, right? Because when you're like intoxicated, you cannot think straight, depending on, of course, the level of alcohol that you've consumed. And what I've seen, not just from strangers, not just from TV, but I've also seen this from my friends, like people that I know or my acquaintances. I've seen the things that they do when they're drunk. I've seen the things or the trouble they've gotten into because they were drunk, like, I don't know. But personally, I feel like as a woman, if you are going to drink, you should at least think about two things. It's either you're going to drink responsibly or not at all, because the minute you start over consuming, you are already putting yourself in danger, especially if you are drinking in public and you're drinking with people that you can't trust. And remember, there are always people that we think we can trust, but these people sometimes are just waiting for the perfect moment to take advantage of you. So we as women really, really, really have a huge responsibility to just take care of ourselves. Now, I have probably been sober almost my entire adult life. and I've been the most sober in my older 20s, right? My older 20s. That's when I've been super clean. And do I regret the decision? No, I don't. And another reason why I would say like I don't regret it is because this is like the time where I feel like my head is always clear, my mind is clear, I'm able to be decisive, I'm able to make decisions accurately, and I'm able to make decisions without any, bad influence, or because I was drunk. I'm able to like just be present at all times, right? Unlike when you're drunk and when you're under the influence of alcohol, you're there but you're not really there. You can't even remember some of the things that happened, right? But me being like in the sober life is the most ideal thing for me, because I always know where I am, with who I am, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I'm able to make decisions, and I'm just able to have a clear mind. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so windy today, but yeah. Today I also went to a money changer, and someone told me that, oh, you just came back to Namibia, just give it some time and you're going to start drinking again. And I'm like, no, I am a whole adult. I'm a whole adult. I am 100% aware of my decisions in life, and I'm 100% aware of what I do and what I want and what I don't. I don't think there's any human being out there who would actually change my mind on drinking alcohol unless that's what I want. But for people to think like just being around people that drink alcohol, or because I'm in Namibia where people consume a lot of alcohol, I'm going to be drinking alcohol, that is inaccurate, because obviously I'm almost 30, you guys. Like, I'm old. I definitely know how to make a decision for myself. And yeah, so which brings me to the last thing. I've actually come to realize, looking at family family, how do I put it, family dynamics, friendship dynamics, I've actually also come to conclude that I don't think I could ever even be in a relationship or consider marrying someone who drinks alcohol. I couldn't. Even if I were to actually be with someone who drinks alcohol, it has to be someone who consumes the bare minimum of it. And I was lucky enough, like, to actually be in a relationship with someone who doesn't drink alcohol, someone who really loves themselves, loves to take care of themselves, takes care of their body and all that, and loves just being well and fit and healthy. And it was an ideal situation for me, because I've obviously also been in a relationship with someone who used to drink prior meeting the person who did not drink. And believe me, I would always choose the person who doesn't consume alcohol. And if they do, it has to be very little. Okay, so guys, that is my advice. I really think that, for me personally, alcohol is not only a waste of money, but it's also a waste of time. But overall, I also just don't think it's healthy. And there is so much for me to do in the world aside from drinking alcohol. So for the people who are always wondering, how do you cope? I even got this funny question once, like, this person looked at me dead in the eye and said, you don't drink alcohol? Like, how do you survive in this economy? So you're telling me in this economy you don't drink alcohol? And I'm like, I don't drink and I'm surviving. People are funny, you guys. But yeah, it was I mean, I don't judge people who drink. I have friends who drink, I have acquaintances, I have relatives who drink. I just think people should drink responsibly, and also drink in a way that, I mean, if you're a parent, it doesn't end up affecting your children, because I have really seen how alcohol, like, has had negative impacts on families, and I just don't think that was nice. And it really just breaks my heart that children have to suffer from the decisions of their parents. And I mean, a lot of children didn't choose to be in those situations. So if you're going to drink, at least don't let it affect your children, and don't let it affect anyone else around you. So don't be that husband who drinks and ends up, for example, beating your wife or beating your kids. Come on, guys, we can do better than that. Anyways, guys, that's all from me. This is Life with Roha. I'll see you guys when I post more opportunities, scholarships, jobs, etc. You guys take care of yourselves, and of course, drink responsibly, take care of yourself, take care of your health, because Health is wealth. Ciao.